everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Shelly's Millions. As many of us, including myself, have now been unemployed for months and months, we're seeing our original unemployment claim balances approach zero. And I did already cover a video on the next extension, the PEUC extension, but if you're wondering what you need to do to get that extension, how long it will take, what are the next steps, I'm going to cover all of that in today's video. If you found any of my videos helpful, the best way to thank me is by leaving a comment, hitting the like button, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and sharing the video. Doing so helps the YouTube algorithm show the video to more people, and I really appreciate it. I'm here in California, so this video will cover California's steps for getting the next 13-week PEU extension after our claim balance reaches zero. I'm not a professional, and I do have one more certification cycle on my regular UI claim, so I haven't personally began to receive the 13-week PEUC extension, but if any of you know that I have a piece of the information wrong, go ahead and drop me a comment down below and let me know. So the first thing is that your claim balance will go all the way down to zero before you receive any communication about the 13-week PEUC extension, which is the first of two extensions available here in the state of California. That first 13-week extension is called PEUC and stands for Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation. Now there is a second extension, and they did this in such a confusing manner. The second extension is for if you have already gone through all 13 weeks of your PEUC extension, and it lasts for up to an additional 20 weeks. It's called FED-ED, and that will first be an additional 13 weeks and then an additional 7 weeks. So they're rolling that out in two different phases, probably in case you find another job before you need all 20 weeks of that FED-ED extension. So there are two extensions available. You don't get to pick. First, you go through your regular UI claim or your PUA claim, and after that, you go on to the 13-week PEUC extension. And if after that claim balance goes all the way down to zero, then they determine if you're eligible for FED-ED. And the requirements for that are a little bit more strict, and I've made another video on that topic that I will link in the description down below. After your claim balance hits zero, it's going to go all the way down to zero. You should receive notification from the EDD either in the mail or on your UI online account in the messages that you have been switched on to the PEUC extension. Even if you don't see that communication, a good sign is if the next available time for you to certify is on your regular certification schedule. Your weekly benefit amount on the PEUC extension, that remains the same. And if you're on the extension during any weeks that any of the boosts are available, you get those as well. Now, if you haven't already certified that the reason why you're still unemployed is a COVID-19 related reason, you may still need to fill out that paperwork that's upcoming to let them know that that's why you're unemployed. But as long as you return that and you tell them that the reason that you're still unemployed is due to a COVID-19 related reason, you should be eligible for any boost under this program as well. The switch to PEUC should happen automatically. Now, they might send you something that says reopen your claim. You actually don't want to reopen your claim unless your benefit year has ended. And if your benefit year has ended, then it might be necessary to reopen your claim, and I would recommend calling the EDD to find out what you need to do in order to keep receiving benefits. So just to reiterate, if you get something from the EDD that notifies you of your potential eligibility that says to reopen claim, but you know you're still within your original benefit year, don't select reopen claim. That can actually slow things down. The first time you certify after your claim hits 0, the next 2-week period, that's when you should see your claim balance reload with 13 weeks of benefit payments. If you are on your last 2 weeks to certify and you notice that your claim balance isn't enough to pay your full 2 weeks of weekly benefits, how that works is for those 2 weeks that you're certifying, you get the remainder of your claim balance, but when you certify the next time, they don't bump that back up because your claim balance has to reach 0 before they put you on the extension. So let's say for the week ending September 6th, your weekly benefit amount is normally $450. You're going to certify for 2 weeks, but you notice your claim balance says $500. So in that example, if your weekly benefit is $450 and there's $500 in your claim balance and you're certifying for a 2-week period, you would get $450 the first week, but only $50 the second week. And that would be all for that second week. And then when you go on to certify the next 2 weeks, and that's when your claim balance would bump back up to cover 13 weeks of payments at $450. So if you don't have enough in your claim balance to cover the full 2 weeks, whatever that partial payment is, unfortunately, they don't bump that back up. You guys know I'm going to recommend Webull if you are interested in trying out the stock market. They've changed their promotion. Now it's with a $100 deposit. You get 1 free stock valued up to $1,600. If you use my link in the description down below, let me know which free stock you got. And as always, thank you so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.